What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy Monday. Yesterday, I was watching the markets and I saw Bitcoin start to drop. It got around 8% drop today. It has moved up. It's actually just been kind of going up and down. We're going to take a look at the chart. We're going to try to get an idea of what's going on. Can we go lower? Yeah, we can go lower. How much lower can we go? I'll give you also my opinion on what I think is going to happen. And then we're also going to look at three cryptos that I think are in good buying zones. All right, so we're gonna look at WadsPay, Relio Network, and Nakamoto Games. All right, and that should be it for today, boys and girls. And so without further ado, let's do this. Yeah, so I mean, I've been really just like last night and today. I've only made a few buys. I've only made a few buys because I've been looking for opportunities, and while there are some for me specifically, I bought so well for the most part that they're still not in zones where I would be interested in picking up, except with the exception of a few that I'm going to share here that I mentioned, especially WadsPay. It looks very interesting. Rio and Naka. Rio. We'll get all there. We'll get all there. First, let's look at Bitcoin. My point of saying that was that that while there are opportunities, things haven't dropped as bad as they're making it out to be. All right. So this is the chart that we're looking at. Bitcoin on the day. So this is today's drop, right? Today's drop. Although this really happened last night, because I think the cutoff time for a new wick is like at night at some point. Yeah, I don't know when the exact time is, because I was watching this yesterday, last night go down as low as this, and I'm like, what can I buy? I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh no, my portfolio is gonna drop in price. Doesn't matter. I'm like, what can I buy? What is the opportunity? And that is the mentality you got to have, guys, because we're in an uptrend, guys. Okay, how low can we go? Really simple. 38,138 I see as an area of possible support if we even get down there. Honestly, I don't know if we do. As I mentioned at first, I thought we were gonna, once we were going up here, once we just start doing this, I'm like, we're gonna go up here and maybe we play with this line. Well, we went above it and stayed above it for a few days, and now we're back below it. So maybe we are, in a sense, playing, not exactly how I pictured we would be playing with the line, but we, seems like we are. All right. Last night, after this big dip, it did come back. It went as high as 42,000, just right on the line, 42,469, and that's essentially where we have to go to get back into this structure right here. But that could happen in the coming days, right? In the coming weeks, to get back into the structure before deciding again, do we go back down? Do we go back up? Or are we just going to be oscillating up here? I don't know. But right now, the bias is towards the upside, okay, with limited downside, okay. And if the downside does come, then use it as a buying opportunity to buy projects that are beaten up, that have dropped. Whereas previously you saw them just going up and you're like, damn, I should have bought more. Well, now is your opportunity, boys and girls, because like I like to say, crypto always gives you a couple of shots at the same price point. Okay, so keep that in mind. But are we going to go back down here? I doubt it. Barring a black swan event, barring something that just is unforeseen, I do not think that we go below right now $38,000, guys, right now, because people are still waiting that ETF stuff, and that ETF approval is going to happen. There's just a lot more and more signs. I was going through my sources, X being one of them, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, where it was mentioned that Google changed their, I think I posted it. Google changed their right here. Quietly revised guidelines to allow crypto trusts to advertise their products. Isn't that interesting? So, and I said, pretty telling, I'd say. And we are in by the dip territory. I'm just trying to let everybody know, man. There's just a lot of money to be made in this market, but you got to know what you're doing, and you got to be smart, and you can't be emotional, right? You gotta play. You gotta know exactly where you're standing all the time. This would be scary if we were in a bear market, but we're not in a bear market. This is opportunity. Okay, so that's what I mean when we say you got to be standing. Now, know where you're standing. Now let's look at the weekly to see if we can see anything. Okay, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row of green, on Monday. So this is going to close. This candle is going to close on Sunday. So we have quite a few more days to see if this is in fact going to be red or not. But after all these weeks, guys, this was bound to happen. A correction, a pullback is bound to happen. Okay, it has to happen for it to be a healthy market. But that doesn't mean we're going to go all the way down here, right? It just means that we're probably going to stay around this area before coming back up later to this week or into next week. Have a red day, reset everything, come back. Now, so this doesn't look that bad after you see all this, does it? No, not at all. All right, let's look at it from the monthly. The monthly looks even better, right? 1, 2, 3 months, 4th month, and this is the current month that we're in. With that red drop, we are still very, very much green for the month. Okay, and for us to get red, we'd have to go below 37,719. All right, so just keep all that stuff in mind, guys. And as I just mentioned, I'm looking for opportunities, and I really couldn't find it. I'm not down on really down on any project that I want, any project that I'm like, oh, this is juicy, because they've stayed more or less. Nothing has really just dropped like crazy. All right, so keep that in mind. But there's still always opportunities, so we're gonna look at those right now. All right, everything looks pretty decent. Now, let me go back to the 1 day. There are some things we got to look out for, right? As I was looking, the dollar looks like it's going up again, but let's see if this is the area of resistance. Also, the government bond yields, 2 years, we've seen a few days now going back up, 4.76, but this is bound to happen, rebounds. Overall, it still looks pretty bearish, which is good for us. These last few days, okay, fine. Things happen. That's how it has to happen. Look at this, the drop. Now the last few days up again. This is the 10-year, right? Again, that's bearish, but for the most part, guys, everything looks all right. I mean, even like the markets, Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, very green, S&P, very green. And Bitcoin is just doing this. Now, also another reason for this to happen is market makers, guys. They're liquidating people that were like, oh, we're going up, right? And now people are probably going to be piling on shorts. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to move it the other way. So those guys get liquidated too. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars just exchanging hands from traders to market makers. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind. There is definitely manipulation going on, but as long as you're not partaking in that, you'll be all right, because you're buying your positions on the spot, right? And I have to say about only me. I'm buying, I'm holding, and this doesn't affect me. Not that much. Yeah, my portfolio will go down in price for a little while. So what? A few $1,000s doesn't matter. I'm playing this for after. I'm playing this for after this. All right. And with this, after the halving. After the halving is when I will take a look at what's what. Usually like 90, 200 days after the halving, I will take a look at what's what, and I will start to sell. All right, on this side. Until then, I will use whatever opportunity arises to either hold tight or accumulate, depending on how much capital I have. I'm running out of capital, but I can have access to more if need be. But this to me is not. I thought about it, but I'm like, no. This after reviewing everything, I'm like, no, nothing is to the point where I'm like, oh wow, really, really juicy. All right, so now let's get to stuff that could be juicy for people that aren't really into it. All right, or as positioned as I am. All right, WASP. This is my average buy price. Is this really juicy? Relatively speaking, for someone that was like watching it and loving it up here, well, yeah, it is juicy, because this is as low as we've been in a little while. Last time we were here was November 28th, guys. So yeah, do we come back here and touch this? I might be tempted to buy more if we do drop down to this line. That'd be pretty cool, or down here, but I don't know if we get there. Right now, just under 3 cents. I'm tempted. I'm not gonna lie, I am tempted. Just at 3 cents, I mean. But if it go, I want it to get under 3 cents. I want it to get down here for me, and then I would be a buyer, because my average price is here. But if you're not invested and you were like, ooh, I would have loved to gotten in, well, this is juicy. All right, that's WASP. Good project. It's got a good community behind it. I think it's gonna do very well. Relio, the other one. This is supposed to be the RA, the king. Now, this is my buy price for I bought the local tops on some trading positions. All right, a good amount of capital, and that's fine. I have to wait for this to all shake out, right, before eventually going back up, and that'll be fine. But my hodl bag price is It's right here. So I'm not worried about anything, right? This is to me is juicy, so I can drop down this a little bit. But again, I'm right now my capital is less, and so I'm just really just being patient. Let's see if it drops a little more. If it drops a little more, yeah, I might buy just to lower this a little bit. So when it comes back up, I'll be that much faster and at least break even. All right. But eventually this position is going to make me money because it's going to go up this way. All right. And this is what happens when you buy the bear market. Right now, we're obviously in a whole another time. Right. We're in the bull market. You're not going to get back here. Tough luck. But during times like this is when you should really start positioning yourself, DCAing, because the next leg up, you know, this position is going to look awesome once this price is up here. And it's going to be up here, guys. Believe me, it's going to be up here because first of all, you got to know that you're in good projects right now. I'm pretty sure that these are good projects. And then the other thing is we're in a bear market, a bull market, the top of a bull market. I mean, the beginnings of a bull market. So yeah, the tendency is going to go up. Eventually, it's going to come up here, and you're going to be like, "Damn, I'm so glad that I bought here," because then you're going to be me, right? Because this is the beginnings of the bear. If you couldn't catch it in the bear at the beginnings of the bull, if you couldn't catch it in the bear, well, you still have one last shot at the beginnings of the bull. Because after that, stay put and just sit on the sidelines and wait, learn, take notes, right? But that's really so right now. Pretty decent buy at 61 cents. It's been as high as what, 84 cents recently, guys. So I mean, pretty good. I'd be nibbling right here, guys. Does it come back down here? I don't think so, man. I really don't. Maybe right here, 59 cents. Maybe it wicks back down like it did before to 54 cents, 51 cents. Let's see. I would be all over it around here, right? It's really and Nakamoto games. I'm giving you three what I think are going to be very, very strong plays for the next bull run. Okay, Nakamoto games. This is my trading price, most recent trade, right? So it's at 223 right here, about the top again. But again, it's just consolidation because eventually, like I just mentioned, it's going to go back up. And this is rare. You know, we don't see this too often for Nakamoto games. All right, so right now this is huge opportunity. Does it drop back down to a 165 and touch this? I would add some more. I would actually add some more if it does that there on this one, Nakamoto games, because eventually this is going to turn around. It's going to blast off again. All right, my average buy price, 42 cents, because I bought the bear, and I bought in late. I knew about it down here, but I just didn't pull the trigger. And then I was like, all right, fine. I saw this. I'm like, no, I got to start buying. And I bought in late, but even it's still better than the beginnings of the bull market. But eventually, if you buy here, you're gonna be happy because it's gonna be up here. All right. And so those are the three that I wanted to share with you. All right. There's more. You know, there's land share, for example. I bought right here 59 cents, and it's oscillating right now. You know, maybe it drops back down here to a $1.48, $1.43. It all depends on what Bitcoin wants to do. But there's a bunch more. I'll make more videos, obviously, from tomorrow forward as well, highlighting what I think should be highlighted and put stuff on your radar. All right, back to Bitcoin. It's not that bad, this opportunity, guys. This is still a pretty strong wick right here. There's a lot of buying here. Let's see how low it can go. We'll see. How you guys feeling? Hope you guys are okay. Welcome to crypto, boys and girls. I've been in this thing since 2018, and like I mentioned, I was born in the darkness of one of the longest bear markets in crypto's history. People are like, "Oh, this bear market was horrible." I'm like, "Really? It was only like 700 and something days," and I was born in the crypto world one of the last like 1,000. So I'm like, "This is nothing." Hold my beer. Let me show you how it's done. All right, guys, let's leave it at that. If you can, please subscribe. Leave a comment. That'd be greatly appreciated. Trying to grow this channel. Numbers are growing, but I could appreciate your help. Yeah? Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Cool, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Hang in there. It's going to be okay. Believe me, this is opportunity. It's awesome. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.